men's pursuit just getting underway, and of course Martin Fourcade, who was so dominant in the sprint, is the first to hit the tracks here in Khanty, and he's of course looking for yet another win. He's had a sensational season, 9 wins already, 17 podium finishes. He could make it 18 today, and of course there's another race tomorrow on the sort of form that Martin Fourcade is on. The win here is just about a foregone conclusion, but with the heavy snow, not quite so advantageous to be out in front. If you have a look at the ski tracks, you can see that he's pushing through at least 2 centimetres of fresh snow, and that could make it easier for the chasing group. Lukas Hofer, after a PB yesterday in the sprint, goes second, and he'll be starting to believe himself. His 2 best results, incidentally, have both come on these tracks here in Chanty-Mansijsk. Number 3, Andy Bernbacher, Christoph Suman starting 4 for Austria, and Suman will be delighted with his current form. Landertinger 5, Simon Eder, another Austrian in the top 6, so 3 Austrians in the top 6. Florian Graf goes 7. Schlesinger of the Czech Republic, can he do what Sukalova did this morning and win the pursuit? We'll see. Tim Burke goes 9. Christiansen of Norway, a newcomer, youngster in the Norwegian team, 10. Mesetic, Piper, Vega is there. Slepov goes for Russia in bib number 15, just ahead of Beatrix, and Uliana Bjorndalen starting number 17 today. Well, it's a packed field, one of the most... I was going to say it was one of the tightest. It's very tight if you take Martin Fourcade out of the equation. He gained 39.5 seconds, so he started 40 seconds clear today. And the speed that he's skiing at, he's done about 500 metres before the rest have got to the track. So we'll see how he gets on. I think Martin Fourcade is probably on the best form he's been on all season, which is astonishing considering that he's entered every single race this year, every single World Championship race as well. And with 24 races completed, he's already on 1,192 points. He could go over 1,300 points for the first time. So through point 9, we'll see what sort of pace he's set off. 40 seconds, remember the margin. Could be a lonely race for Martin Fourcade. He's obviously won in the pursuit. He won the first one in Östersund, and he won the last of the pursuits in Oslo as well. On both occasions, shooting reasonably well. 18 out of 20 in Oslo to win, 19 out of 20 in Östersund to win earlier on in the season. Other winners in the pursuit so far this year, we've got Jakob Fax, Svensson, Malishko, Shapulin. Svensson, of course, winning twice. He won in Pachuca and is the current world champion. What a race that was, just 0.1 of a second separating Svensson and Martin Fourcade. 2:15 on the clock, and Lukas Hofer setting off pretty well. Bernbacher 50.3 behind, having started 44 behind. So Bernbacher setting off at a steady pace, 6 seconds given away, and then that tight bunch. A guarantee that one of this group will finish on the podium today. Will it be the Norwegian Christiansen? Will Tim Burke come through? Nice to hear from Tim Burke's father on an email following the action on Eurosport over in the United States. And no doubt he's got his fingers crossed. Once again, it all comes down to that crucial final shoot for the Americans. That's something that I hope that they can work on over the summer months. And then they're certainly going to be looking for more medals, not just silver and bronze. They'll be looking for gold medals when it comes to the Olympics next year. Suman wearing 4, leading the way in the chasing group. 37-year-old, got his last win, just looking back, 2010. It was Pachuca 2010 that he got his last win, the 2010 season. So actually, the win will have come in 2009. So it's been a long, long time. 40 seconds clear. In shooting terms, he's won himself... It's really only 1.5 shots that he's gained. So if he hits 19 out of 20 today, there is no doubt that Martin Fourcade will take the win. You can see all the soft snow on the tracks. It's making it pretty tough for Fourcade, but he's made sterling stuff. Really interesting to see. He was getting quite a lot of bad press in a way. Certainly a lot of our correspondents were saying he's too cocky, he's too arrogant, but a few of our viewers made the effort to go and watch the events live in Oslo, and all coming back having changed their minds, having seen Martin Fourcade out with the crowd, signing autographs, being very relaxed, very friendly. He's an astonishing athlete. I think you just have to applaud him for that, and why not celebrate when you've got the last target down and you know that no one else can catch you. Bernbacher now 57 behind, 13 seconds given away to the leaders. I wonder whether Bernbacher's struggling with his skis, but the fact that Florian Graf is going well in 6th place maybe shows that it's probably a fatigue thing for Bernbacher. There he is leading the way. He's gone ahead of Christoph Suman. Austria have a real chance of getting a podium finish here. 3 of them starting in the first 6. Landertinger is there, who went from 35th all the way up to 7th in this race last year. Now, just to update you, as we wait for them to come into the range for the first time, this race last year won, of course, by this man, Martin Fourcade. His winning time, 34.47, and he hit 19 targets out of 20, so that's all he's got to do again today. Pfeiffer was 2nd, Svensson was 3rd, Malishko 4, Terje Bø of Norway 5, and Schlesinger, who's got a good start again today, in 6th position. That was last year. Well, that's not the best of starts, is it? That will make him focus. High left. And almost in exactly the same hole. A good grouping. The first shot wide, so 150 metres to ski, 40 seconds clear. He will still have at least a 15-second margin. And that, of course, depends on Lukas Hofer hitting all the targets. He goes for lane number 2. Lukas hitting 10 out of 10 yesterday in the sprint for the first time in a sprint this season. There it is, high left. Essentially a good grouping from Fourcade. A long time before the first shot goes down for Fourcade. Just checking the wind. Look how it's blowing fairly healthily in lanes 7, 8, 9, 10. And not a lot going on in lane 1 and 2. Making safe, Lukas Hofer. Is he trying to defend a podium finish and just accepting that Martin Fourcade is going to win? Well, he might be pleasantly surprised when he comes down to the range area. Landertinger also hits 5, so does Ada, so does Suman. The Austrian marksmen are on target today. And a disaster for Florian Graf. He was skiing hard, we picked up on that, and he's paid a heavy price. Tim Burke with an early miss. If you're going to miss in this game, miss in the first and second shoot, but make sure of the standing targets. Lau Bailey hits 5. Pfeiffer, who's had a lot of success, world sprint champion here in Khanty-Mansijsk back in 2011. He's missed 1. Moravec recently getting his first ever World Cup win. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to make it 2. I don't think that's going to happen. Ustugov raises a cheer from the crowd. He goes 5 with 5. So does Makoviev of Russia. Terje Bø gets all 5 down, but has started a long, long way behind. And Terje Bø, his brother started number 37. Terje started number 31. 1:43 off the pace in distance terms, about 750 metres at the current speed that they're skiing. Not quite sure who that was going to the wrong target. I think it was Christian De Lorenzi. Someone with his experience should know better than that. Looking for a space up the top end of the range, but that's not the way it works. Benny Vega takes the team spare rifle. No, that's not going to make life easy for Vega. Now, if they've been disciplined, he will have zeroed that weapon. You can see Andy Bernbacher, 2 misses, still only 32 behind, so he's been skiing pretty well. But 2 misses that early on in the race could prove very damaging. Svensson has already gone from 30 up into 17. This could be one of the best comebacks of the season. 128 down at the moment. Welcome back to Khanty-Mansijsk. This is the chasing group, slightly diminished in size after that first shoot, and they're all after the back of Lukas Hofer, who's having a great finish to his season. Nice to see Mikael Schlesinger. The Czechs have had a great season. He's perhaps the only one who's slightly underperformed, but he's a great talent, and he's been the leader of the Czech team for some time now. It would be superb to see him finish in the top three, and after Sokolova's success earlier on today, I think he'll be inspired by what he's seen earlier in the day. One or two having mechanicals, as we call them, with the rifle. Not quite sure what Lyadov of Belarus was up to there. This man, no mistakes so far, apart from the one miss in the stand, but his drills have been good. His skiing has been very steady. He's not pushing the pace out at the moment. He's doing exactly what he did in the mass start in Ruhpolding earlier in the season, just skiing at his own pace, and he'll try and make sure, certainly try and make sure of these next 5 in the prone position. And he'll be confident that if he gets the halfway stage in the lead, that he is as good as anyone in the closing stages of these head-to-head races. The luxury of a 40-second lead. If they want to catch him, they're going to have to push very, very hard, and the work rate is high in this group. 31, you just saw Terje Boe there. Lukas Hofer still in clean territory, 26.5. He's lost a couple of seconds so far to Forcada on this second lap, and just being told exactly where the fall of shot goes. Most of the coaches have a target on the opposite side of that board with little white marks where the shots have gone, or a white target with black marks. Christoph Suman there wearing 4, just ahead of Andy Bernbacher wearing 3 in the German suit, the black and yellow suit. The cardinal mark, some might call it. The French suit changing this year from the black and yellow. Rather ashamed to see that gone. It was so easy to identify the French suit. Nowadays, easiest way to pick them out is to look to the front of the field, and this man is usually there. And what a finish to the season he's had. Just had a look down at perhaps the best season ever by a biathlete. Back in 2005, the 04-05 season, Ole Einar Bjorndalen, where he won 12 events in all, 15 podiums, but he only did 20 of the 27 races. So that was 15 podiums from 20 races, an astonishing achievement. Forcada, I think, has surpassed that this year. Now, just like the first round, he missed the first target. Extraordinary stuff. He's been so solid with the pro.